All right, welcome to today's Leverage Your Voice podcast. And notice I'm getting better at that, though what you don't notice is I just did a blooper and forgot the name of my own podcast. So we had to start over. True story, Lonnie?
True.
True
It
story.
happens to the best of us.
So I'm still getting used to the new name. And Lonnie, one of the things I say is, so this name is a little bit new. And what could happen is we could do so bad today that I got to change the name, but let's hope that doesn't happen.
That's perfect, Paul. Thank you so much for having me.
That's our goal. That's our goal. All right, so you all can see that I have a special guest here with me. Lonnie, why don't you just tell us first off who you are and what your business is and where you're at, because it looks really nice. You're sitting outside behind a tree or in front of a tree or something. Yep. So tell us.
This is my backyard. So I'm in Indianapolis. I'm Lonnie Wilson. I am the owner of 28 Star, and I am a hairdresser, travel agent, and a foodie. I love what I am doing and creating, and just want to get everybody excited about traveling and living the life to their fullest.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. Now, I will say this. I talked to Lonnie a little bit before we started, and she truly is excited about these things that she talks about.
Yes, I am.
Very much so. But I'll also say she's excited about her dogs because they were wandering the yard and she wanted to tell me about them as well.
Yes.
So, I just think you're happy and excited about everything.
I am. That is one thing that I do try to, it's the way I live my life, and I really like to surround myself with positive people and just ready to live life to the fullest.
That's awesome. Now, you have quite an interesting combination of things that you do. And so I was interested to do this interview because I was thinking to myself, so how do I ask questions about such a thing? And if I understand, hairdresser,
yes,
but not just any hairdresser, like a membership.
Correct.
And then something to do with travel.
Yes.
And then something to do with experiences around dinner and friendship and all that sort of thing. So let's pick just each of those to begin with, one at a time. Talk to us a little bit about the hairdresser thing, because I think that's probably where it all started. And tell us where you're at today with all of that.
Okay. So I started in high school. I was a sophomore in high school when I made a decision to go to beauty school. And when I graduated, I was fully in my career at 18. And so I used to do the Colts cheerleaders' hair, used to do all their calendar work, Pacers, Pacemates hair. And then I've just been behind the chair 7 days a week sometimes. And now I'm down to 2 days a week doing lots of different things. And actually right behind me will eventually be my salon that we will be building and hope to open in 2026. And would like to create a full membership style hair stylist relationship with our clients. It's a little different concept and can't wait to have it in my own, have a little more creativity in my own space. I work with 15 other stylists in Carmel, Indiana, and stayed within that 1 mile radius my whole career. And I have had loyal clients forever and just kind of weaned it down to be able to live the lifestyle I really want to do and travel the world. And so I knew physically I didn't want to do hair for 5 to 7 days a week anymore. And I was like, what? I was like, God, where am I supposed to go with this? And it was travel and food. And so in 2018, I was like, I'm going to become a travel agent. And so it was a fun way to learn how to travel, because this past summer, my husband and I went to Europe for the first time. So travel for me, it's it has changed me every time I've actually taken a step out of my comfort zone and done something completely different. And I just want to make other people feel confident about doing that, because I think we all have dreams to do it. I think some people get really scared and never go and actually do it. And so I want to facilitate that for other people. And so it's just I mean, it really is my life. We chose not to have kids to travel the world. I want to travel 15 weeks a year at least. And I'm at 10.82 as of it was last year. So I really do want to create big things with travel that will eventually go into more of a retreat style, that I will be taking a small group of people around the world, having an amazing experiences and do life together. So with the memberships, it will be also kind of that same thing that could be part of, and that's where I'm still figuring out exactly what that looks like.
That's pretty cool. And then on top of that, you do these special dinners. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about what you do with that?
Food. I say travel is my life, but you know what? I'd love food too.
I just want to pause here. I had said earlier that you're excited about everything you talk about, and now they can see I'm not lying about that.
No, I love it. I love it. I love it. Food, again, changes you. I think I love experiences. I love to do it with other people, and it bonds you forever if you do an experience together with somebody. I just went to some with my girlfriends from junior high and junior high and elementary school this past weekend for my birthday, and I went to my first Michelin star restaurant, and we are going to be bonded forever for that night. That night was special. We did something out of the comfort zone for two of them, and we all enjoyed having an amazing experience. So what I want to create is these table of 10 dinners that we can either do it here or around the world, that will gather 10 people around a table. I do believe every table tells a story. And so I think it's going through a culinary journey that will just wow you. But what's the main thing about that food experience is the people at that table. I believe whoever's supposed to be at my table will be at that table.
That's awesome. Now, you've done some of these table of tens in the past. Why don't you just talk to us about maybe where one of them was at that you really had a nice time?
I think my favorite one had to have been in Phoenix, well, Scottsdale. So we're part of a club called Black Diamond Club that we gather and do these events 3 times a year. And so a lot of my ideal clients live within that community. And so I gathered 10 people around this table, and it was just each one, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Some people I knew and some people I didn't know. Other people had told them about my experiences. And so we got to know people. We really the laughs just were amazing. And then we were at a restaurant called Virtue in Scottsdale. And some people did wine pairing, some people didn't. And so we just had a great experience.
That sounds really,
yes.
It sounds like quite an event and
Yes.
quite a thing to participate in.
Definitely.
Now, if I'm sitting here watching this video and thinking, well, I want to get in on one of those dinners,
Yes.
what would I do? Because I'd be, looking at the screen saying, hey, Lonnie, but you wouldn't be answering me because
Nope.
it's a video. So what would I do?
Best place to go is 28star.co. My website, it has everything that I'm doing. The best place to actually get the best events, like to get able to sign up for the event, I would say is my private group on Facebook, but it's called Table of 10.
All right, so on Facebook, I can look for the group Table of 10.
Correct.
Or on the web, I can do 28star.co.
Correct.
And I will see your face there and say,
Yep.
I know that lady, and
Yes.
I'll be able to find where to sign up.
Yep, upcoming events, and you can sign up for my email list, and that is something that I am growing, and that's eventually where everything will be.
Awesome. Now, if I'm watching saying, hey, I want to go on a trip,
yes,
and I don't have a travel agent, or I don't like the one I used recently, and I thought, I wonder if I could try Lonnie, would they go to the same place for that?
Yes, definitely. And there's a drop down button for, and the way I kind of did my business was 28-star studio, which is my hair, 28-star kitchen, which is my food, 28-star travel. So under the travel thing, there's a place that you just fill out a Google form and I get back with you within 48 hours. So it's a pretty easy system to make it work easy for you because we're all busy and I
That's
want to make it as easy as possible.
Yeah. Now, it is interesting that you have a business and it's one business, but it has these three things.
Correct.
So just talk to us about how you came to such a place because it's really it's unique. And how did you get to such a place?
I think the biggest thing for me was I do everything with my heart. And so it's kind of hard to separate. And so it just started blending. And I just feel like anything I'm doing needs to just be me. And so I just kind of branded myself and kind of started making it work together. I've tried a lot of things and a lot of things have not worked. And just to figure out, oh, that's not where I want to go. Okay, now I don't want to do this and don't want to do that. And so just figuring out that to how it can work in God's plan, because when I do, I feel for me, I'm a very faith-based person. And so if I'm going down the wrong path, there's big roadblocks. And so it's like, don't go this direction. And so I think it was really trying to add them all together was just making it easy for me, I think, to be able to define what I really wanted to do and how I could actually help people.
That's a great story that gets you to where you're at. And when you look out in the future, where do you see yourself going? Or is that just going to unfold as you go?
There's some big dreams, but the big thing was definitely be having the salon in my backyard by 2026, having my first retreat. Got a ball, sorry. uh, having my first retreat in 2025, February. I think that would be really, really spectacular. And then just try to continue doing those and how it works into my life and how often I can do each things. So
Do you have a place in mind that you're dreaming of for February 2025?
San Miguel, Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
it is very just a couple hours away from Mexico City.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be a very spiritual, very foodie,
Hmm.
but there's a lot. It'll be a lot of fun.
All right. You had mentioned you've been traveling in 2023 almost 11 weeks, which is getting close to your 15.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know, you're going to be like Johnny Cash. You're going to have to write a song about where you've been. I've been everywhere, man.
Yes,
So
yes, I will.
we're going to need that. So where were you in 2023? I just, by the way, just sang a little bit for you on the book.
I love it. I love it. I'm not going to sing for you
Oh,
because that is
okay.
not a gift I was given. So, I mean, this is probably the best place I've ever been in my life. We just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary with 20 days in Portugal.
Oh,
And so Azore Islands,
mm,
São Miguel Island in the Azores, Portugal was by far my favorite. So
that's awesome. Where else were you last year? Some others.
where else was I? I was in Puerto Vallarta. I was in Florida many times. We also have a camper.
Ooh, okay.
So we travel in that and do road country trips. And so we're doing our big one we're going to go to is the Keys for Christmas and New Year's this year.
Awesome. The
Yes.
Keys, they had that was a hurricane some years ago, but we're all cleaned up from that.
Yeah,
So the Keys
definitely.
will be
Yes.
perfectly fine. I do have a question. Did you ever trailer up to Traverse City for the Cherry Festival and go to the Cherry Festival there, or have you not
No,
done that?
no, we've been up to Michigan a few times, but never to that one.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. Interesting.
Yep.
All right. So tell me, if you want to leave your listeners with any final thoughts about some of what you do and how they might be able to participate or an invite to participate in some of the different things that you do, what would you share with them?
That's a hard question. I think the biggest thing is I'm going to go with traveling is dream big, and know there's people out there that can help you achieve it if you have no clue how to get there. I'm part of a community called the Globetrotter Girls, and we are a community, I think, of 10 10 travel agents in the Indianapolis area. So we are all about let's work together to really create these things, and we all have different niches, and one of us can really help you dream big. So we really think we achieve people's dreams and help that where they don't actually have to go through the process of doing it, where we are, even if we don't know what we're doing, one of those girls really can help me out.
Well, that's a great message. Dream big. It,
Dream big.
it isn't, when you said it, I immediately, it rung true to me that that's you.
Yes, definitely.
Very much so. So that's kind of neat. A
God
lot.
put it on this earth to dream big and live your life. And I really do believe we got to go there.
That's awesome.
Thank
Now,
you.
a lot of people want to go on a trip, but they're afraid of all the work, and you just take all that off their plate.
That's what I do. And I'm also what I like to do, I love to help. I love the puzzle. That is it's a puzzle to me and trying to figure that all out. But I also love the people that love to travel or make this puzzle themselves. And we kind of work together.
Hmm.
And so I've really started creating. I love Apple. Not everybody is. My husband's not, but I love Apple. And so the way I do a shared note, and so the way I do my itineraries, and they can start plugging in things that they're really excited about or would like to see, and then we just start building the itinerary that way. That's also helpful because then I get to know who they are because we don't all travel the same and care about the same thing. So really getting to know who they are to really figure out where their trip is going to take them and make sure that they're getting what they want out of it.
Yeah, there's some work there.
There definitely is.
Now, I'm ashamed to say this, but all I can think of is, okay, if I'm going to travel, I want you to give me the travel experience of the Brady Bunch when they went to Hawaii.
Yeah. Hang
That's
10. Hang 10.
Oh my. All right. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Well, let me ask you this question, Lonnie.
Yep.
Joining me here today, did you have a chance to leverage your voice and share your message with the world?
Paul, I can't thank you enough for doing this and letting me be able to have this opportunity to speak about what I am passionate about. So
Awesome.
thank you.
Thanks. That's why I do it. That's why we got the name. And I'm glad that you could join us. I've had a lot of fun. I can't not smile for the rest of the day just from spending a few minutes with you. So
that's what I'm here for.
If that's what you're going for, I think you're doing really, really well. Thanks,
Paul. I really appreciate that.
All right. So that's it for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Go ahead and share. Go to 28star.co to visit Lonnie. We'll include her links with this podcast video. Reach out to her. And if you reach out to her, I promise you that you will feel the same way I do. Very happy.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all. See you next time. And I'm looking forward to that. Lonnie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye all for now.